Vickers tried to call me in 16 with her agents and tried to come here to Sunrise Iron, and it took me 2 or 3 months to say, you know, Mike and Frank and Danny, you ain't gonna have no fun here. It's too organized and too much junk around. And they says, oh, we're gonna come anyhow. But I told Kathy, I says, next time they call, I might just say, come on, guys, come on out.
And you're a farmer.
Yeah, I'm still learning how to teach myself how to farm after 45 years.
But you're addicted to old stuff.
Yeah, it's in my genes. It's in my veins. Addiction.
Where do you get all this stuff?
Oh, I've went to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, and I've went to the Canadian-sponsored Ag Museum in West Haskin, British Columbia.
Oh my God. Wow. Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
Earl.
How much do you have?
Oh my gosh, look at this. Come over here, Earl.
It's because I've got a lot of restored stuff just parked out around Wallowa County inside, but I don't have no room here.
How much stuff do you have?
Oh, I don't know, whatever you see here.
Plus.
This is 50% of my stuff, or 60.
So this is only 50% of what you have here?
So how long have you been collecting this?
Since 83, and that's not very long.
Why is this stuff so important?
Well, it's our heritage, and it raised food back around the turn of the century. And we're trying to feed 8 billion people, and this served a purpose, 100 years ago. And that's important. That's something that's necessary for survival, and I just try to preserve as much of this stuff as I possibly can, because people say all this stuff will last forever. Well, out in the elements, even here in dry northeast Oregon, it's going away. Every day it's a little closer to being non-restorable. That's the reason it's important. It's certainly not making any more.
You somewhat obsessed?
More than that. 3 sandwiches short of a picnic obsessed.
Okay, show me your favorite, if you have one.
Well, I don't have one, because that's a simple thing. You better be in love with whatever you're restoring now, because it's absolutely despicable. Why would you even think about bringing that thing home when it's a basket case and there's everything imaginable wrong with that, and it's going to be expensive to fix it, and it's going to separate the men from the boys. Anybody with $1 or $2 can go out and buy this junk, and they can roll it off and the weeds can grow up around it. But if somebody takes the patience and the time and the diligence and the intestinal fortitude to make something out of it, that's me.
And this was how old?
1750.
1750, and that's a knife sharpener. So all that
She was my encouragement. She was a little discouraged when I bring this stuff home, because you wouldn't believe this stuff. It was horrific, to the point I thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But after I spend 2 to 4 or 6 or 800 hours on it, she thought it was pretty cool. She says, that's a good thing for you to be doing, Earl. It's better than being at the tavern. Yeah, and she died in her sleep. I didn't even get to tell her goodbye.
But she didn't suffer then.
No, she's in heaven, and there will be a reunion dancing on the streets of gold one day with Marianne McLaughlin.
So how did this and your ability to do this help you with the loss of your wife?
Well, it's good mental therapy now. Yeah, it is really good, because I know if she was alive, she would still be giving me a high five, and Earl says, I stay the course. I just keep digging this stuff out, because that's your passion. And so she would still be encouraging me today. If you guys haven't been through this, you can kind of think you can relate to this, but you really can't. And I do it for my own sanity, because I'll tell you what, that silence up there is deadly.
So Earl, is that kind of funny that for 40 years you've been doing something, and now that hobby has become your therapy?
Yeah, that's a praise God right there in itself. Because it's a pressure release. I can hit the pressure relief valve when I come out here to work on this whole stuff. And you got to focus on one thing at a time, or it'll get you. It'll take you down.
What do you mean? Like, so when you look at that tractor like this?
Yeah, and if you looked at that tractor and everything under the sun is wrong with it, you got to figure out one problem. And if it takes you 2 hours or 2 months, solve that problem and move on to the other. If you look at it any other aspect, you come out with a white flag up. You say, I can't do this.
So what do you want to do with this? Is this just to show people, have them come through?
I haven't got a plan down there, Rick. Honestly, I have a lot of people have asked me. I don't have a plan. And you always got to have a plan, but I don't have a plan. I just don't have a plan. But I think when I'm dead and gone, when the kids have lost their mother and else financial hard times set in, I would hope that they wouldn't disperse this to the end of the earth. But you know what? If they do, it's nothing to me. Yeah, it won't make any difference, will it?
It's your thing.
It's my thing.
You don't put that on other people.
No, you don't. And if they don't want to keep it, that's fine. They can dispose of it, however, and there won't be no hard feelings, because I won't even know about it, will I?
Well, tell them to call me.